Good morning and welcome to the first exciting edition of Fundamentals of Math. This is week 1. This is the very beginning. So let's go ahead and get right to it. If you notice on your notes, there's a little part that says adding sign numbers, and there's a little area to write some notes. I recommend that you write down what I've got up here on the board at a minimum. It says like signs, I put a little star there. So when we're adding integers, we're going to look for the sign. So there's like signs and unlike signs. Now I've went on ahead and put the rules up here. When you have like signs, you add and use the sign. When you have unlike signs, you subtract and you use the sign of the larger. Now that doesn't mean anything. That's just a couple of rules. What's going on there? Alright, so first I want to go ahead and I want to run through the examples. Then I want to explain why the rules work. So it's kind of like we're going to do it first, and then we're going to kind of give you the background explanation. Alright, you've got 4 examples on your paper. The first one is 5 plus 3. You might think, well come on, I know the answer to that is 8. I did not choose difficult numbers because I wanted to make sure that we were explaining what's going on behind the numbers. I didn't want the arithmetic to get in the way. So 5 plus 3, let's just take a look at that for a moment. They're both positive. The 5 is positive, the 3 is positive, and if we go back to our rules, that would mean that they have signs that are alike. And this is add and use the sign. Well, we know 5 plus 3 is 8. This is positive, and the answer is positive. And I know a lot of you are saying, well, duh, we know the answer is positive. But it goes a little bit deeper than that. Look at the second one, negative 3 plus 14. Now, negative 3 plus 14, the 3 is negative and the 14 is positive. So these would have unlike signs. So subtract and use the sign of the larger. Now notice I put larger in quotes. I did that because I know that negative numbers are always smaller than positive numbers. We're looking at the numbers without respect to their sign. That's something called absolute value. Okay? So we're going to subtract. 14 minus 3 is the 11. We know that. And this answer is going to be positive because 14 is larger than 3. Again, we're not paying attention to their sign. Now look at the third one. 3 plus negative 3. These are what we call opposites of each other, but if we follow the rules, they have unlike signs. Since they're unlike, we're going to go on ahead and subtract them. Well, 3 minus 3 is 0. Now I know it says use the sign of the larger. 0 doesn't get a sign. Alright, the last example. Negative 6 plus 2. Negative and a negative. The signs are alike. So since they're alike, we're going to add them. 6 plus 2 is 8. And we're going to make it negative. Because it goes right there. Because they are both negative, we're going to use that sign. Alright. Why? How does this work? The simplest way to explain it is think about it as money. You know, if you had $5 and you had $3, you made $5 at one job, $3 at another job, you'd have $8 in your pocket. If you owed me $3 and then you came across $14 and I said, hey, where's my $3? Well, you would give me that $3 out of your 14. All right, so how much money would you have left then? Well, you'd have 11. If you had $3 in your pocket, and then you went on ahead and you went to a store, and boom, you spent the $3, you'd have nothing left. Or a worst case scenario, if you came to me this week and you said, can I borrow $6? And I gave that to you. And then you came to me next week and you said, you know I owe you some money, but can I borrow another $2? Well, then you'd be adding another $2 worth of debt on. My God, I'm going to get $8 out of you. So think about it. These rules do make sense. This is the cut and dried way to get to it. A lot of times I tell my students, think about it like money, okay? And if you think about it like money and a checking account, as far as this is where you're at, and this is what happens, you'll get there. Well, good luck, do the practice problems, and if you need some more help, just rewatch the video.